Today being Rizal Day. We'll say Rizal, national hero, executed 30th December 1896, born in 1861. Born in Bagabayan, 40 miles south of Manila. Spoke 22 languages and dialects, and like I say, for example, 30th of December every year, cockfighting, horse racing is banned for those 24 hours in his name. Flags must be at half-mast throughout the country. And what he is really known for is his political writing that inspired the Philippine Revolution, which led to the execution by the Spanish colonizers. He was also known as a physician, trained in ophthalmology under the Europeans Louis de Wecker and Otto Becker in Germany. Born in Calabamba, 40 miles, like I said, 40 miles south of Manila. So I'll just carry on, just explaining today what the national holiday is all about. Famous painter, sculptor, exhibited a bust at the Salon de Paris in 1889. Studied also medicine and agriculture, philosophy at Santo Thomas University in Manila. Also continued studying in the Spanish Central University of Madrid. Studied ophthalmology in Germany. The first novel he wrote, which one of many, the first one was Noli Me Tangere, if I pronounce that right, basically translated in English is Touch Me Not, portraying basically social conditions in the Philippines, obviously by the Spanish at the time that ruled the Philippines in the 1800s, late 1800s. In 1888 he moved away because of death threats and pressure from his family. He travelled to Hong Kong, USA and Europe, focusing on his political writing, and was writing for a Filipino rebellious newspaper, if you like, based in Madrid. Rizal also wrote, before his death, 2 letters, the first to his parents explaining his actions and what it was all about. His mother at the time had also been arrested because of her connections with other family members being arrested. He was also exiled to the island of Mindanao for 4 years. So, not in prison, but exiled. That's where he had to stay for 4 years. Where he opened a school and taught there himself. Also farmed on the island and had his own doctor surgery, if you like. So practiced general medicine at, as it was, no charge to townspeople. In 1896, he was offered to serve as a medical officer in Cuba. On his way, which had to go through Manila, he was detained on his way to Cuba. This was because rebels had broken out into the Philippines, and basically he was accused of being associated with the rebels. He was trialed, was only allowed a defence from the Spanish military, shortly after sentenced to death and quickly executed. His death started a revolution which ended the rule of the Spanish in the Philippines. Rizal has become a symbol of the Philippine struggle for independence, which they do every year, have their Independence Day, which I'll do my studies now and I haven't found out the date for that, but I'll get back to you on that one. So basically, Rizal, a national hero from the late 1800s. He died a young man. Looking at what I've written down here, so what would he have been? He'd have been in his 30s, wouldn't he, when he died, or when he was executed, for basically trying to do the best for the Filipinos, as they were basically run by the Spanish and had no rights, always starving, always made to work for very little. And of course he was obviously against that, being a very highly educated man. I've been reading this morning up on it because I found out today, the 30th of December, was my birthday, but that's besides the point, is also known as Rizal Day. Now, literally 40 minutes from here on a motorbike, when the weather picks up the next couple of days, there is a Rizal Park where there's a monument to him, which I will also be going to. I've been there before and I have got photos from it, but I haven't done any videos there. But the photos were done years ago, before I really knew what Jose Rizal was all about. I studied history at school, but basic stuff. I wasn't educated or anything, and that wasn't part of our history degree anyway. Well, degree education. So yeah, so it's very interesting stuff. I'm going to do some more reading up on the whole history of Jose Rizal, and I might get back to you in the future, let you know how I'm getting on. I hope this was of interest to you, and I hope that I've made some sort of sense. Like I say, I'm not a clever man by any means, but this has sort of caught my attention, so I'll be looking more into this in the near future, and maybe I'll get back to you on it. Okay, so like I always say, let people know what I'm about, what I'm doing, my life in the Philippines. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, and I'll be speaking to you soon. Already said Happy New Year, but I'll say it again because New Year's Eve is tomorrow. Okay, bye for now. Take care.